The little girl secretly took a lighter and, when her stepmother wasn't paying attention, set her clothes on fire. After her scheme succeeded, she showed a gloating expression. Meanwhile, the stepmother was concentrating on cooking and didn't notice at all. It wasn't until she smelled a burnt smell that she realized she was on fire. She quickly picked up a dishcloth and put out the flame, but the culprit was laughing loudly on the side, yelling, "Your butt is on fire." The usually good-tempered stepmother couldn't bear it anymore and immediately decided to teach this naughty child a lesson. However, the girl refused to listen to discipline even at the cost of her life. The grandma heard the commotion and came to protect her granddaughter. The woman asked the grandma to look at her burned clothes. Clearly, it was the girl who caused trouble first. But upon seeing this, the grandma pretended nothing had happened and left with her granddaughter. But what the woman didn't expect was that the stepdaughter's pranks were far from over. She filled a bottle with some urine from the toilet and then handed it to her younger sister as a drink. The innocent younger sister thought that her elder sister had suddenly changed and was being so nice to her, so without any precautions, she opened the bottle cap and drank the kindness her sister gave her. After her scheme succeeded, the elder sister laughed at her as being as stupid as a fool for even drinking urine. The younger sister couldn't hold back her grievance and cried. The woman heard the sound and came to ask her daughter what was wrong. The younger sister said that her elder sister gave her urine to drink. Looking at the yellow urine on the ground, the woman found it hard to believe that her stepdaughter would go so far, so she asked her to confirm if it was true. Unexpectedly, the stepdaughter refused to admit it to the death. She also said that it was the younger sister who was disobedient. She even brought grandma to back her up. She completely ignored the stepmother's scolding and arrogantly said that this was her own home and that the mother and daughter were living under someone else's roof. Little did she know that she would regret this extremely later, because the stepmother was the savior she had been searching for many years. It turns out that 6 years ago, when a woman who was 8 months pregnant just came out after a prenatal checkup, she found a little girl lying unconscious by the roadside. When everyone was at a loss as to what to do, the woman stepped forward and gave her professional cardiopulmonary resuscitation. The long period of pressing made this pregnant woman gradually feel exhausted. Fortunately, the little girl finally regained some consciousness, but the woman had a premature delivery due to excessive exhaustion and having contractions because the fetus was not fully developed. The daughter she gave birth to was a child with slow mental development. Her husband became disgusted and divorced her. 6 years later, in order to treat her daughter's illness, the woman accidentally married the father of the little girl that year. She quit her job and became a full-time housewife at home. Unexpectedly, her stepdaughter didn't like her at all. She felt that it was the woman who broke up her parents. The wife and daughter were not in harmony. The husband clearly saw this but thought that his daughter's hostility was because his stepmother wasn't doing a good job. He urged his wife to be more attentive in the future. The woman was very helpless and had a very difficult life in this family. The little girl had never given up looking for the woman who saved her that year, but there was too little information and she had also forgotten what that woman looked like. However, she vowed that if she could see her again, she would definitely recognize her. At this time, her stepmother walked into the room. In reality, the savior was right in front of her, but the girl didn't recognize her. Instead, she showed an unruly look and drove the stepmother out of the room. The woman had no chance to get close to her at all. Every time the woman wasn't at home, the little girl would bully her daughter. She thought that the woman married her father with this burden was because she was after her father's money. She also often called the woman a beggar and said that they all depended on her father for support. Until this day, they got information about their savior. The husband asked the woman to get ready and accompany him to thank the savior of that year. When the man and the little girl arrived at the place, they only saw a witness bystander at the accident scene back then. The aunt bystander said that she saw with her own eyes a pregnant woman saving the little girl. If she could see that pregnant woman again, she would definitely recognize her. Just then, the woman also came here with her daughter. So will this bystander tell the truth of that year?